Every single day we speak to ourselves. Some of those words lift us up, and others drag us down. But what if we could choose the words that shape our lives, the thoughts that steer our actions? What if we could practice daily affirmations grounded in the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy? Imagine starting each day with a mindset so strong that no obstacle or challenge could shake your foundation. The Stoics believed that life is not about what happens to us, but how we respond. Our reactions, our attitudes, and our mindset are entirely within our control. But how often do we let our inner dialogue take a back seat, letting external events dictate our emotions? What if instead we could consciously choose the thoughts we feed ourselves, knowing they have the power to transform our experience of life? In this video, I'll share 5 powerful things you should tell yourself every day, inspired by the teachings of Stoic philosophers. These are not just words. They are daily practices that can anchor you in the face of uncertainty, help you find peace amidst chaos, and guide you to live with purpose and clarity. These affirmations are not about perfection. They're about progress. They're about living with intention. We all face moments of doubt, frustration, and confusion. But it's in those moments that the Stoic wisdom truly shines. It reminds us that we are capable of choosing how we show up, no matter the circumstances. And by repeating these affirmations daily, we can begin to shape a life that is more grounded, more purposeful, and more resilient. So, let's begin. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what if today you could speak to yourself in a way that empowers you? What if you could start each day with words that not only inspire action, but also bring peace to your soul? Let's dive into these 5 affirmations, and together, let's start shaping a life that's built on the foundation of Stoic wisdom. Why your inner dialogue matters. Have you ever stopped to listen to the words you speak to yourself every day? The little voice inside your head that constantly offers opinions, judgments, and thoughts about who you are and what you're capable of. That voice is more powerful than you might realize. The way you speak to yourself shapes your reality. It defines your self-worth. It determines how you approach challenges, setbacks, and even success. You might not think much of it when you tell yourself, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never be able to do this." But these small thoughts add up, creating a mental narrative that controls your confidence, your actions, and ultimately your life. Every single day, you have the power to choose what story you tell yourself. Now, imagine the impact of shifting that inner dialogue, just a little bit. Instead of telling yourself you can't, you start telling yourself that you can. Instead of believing you're stuck, you remind yourself that you are capable of growth and change. This shift, though subtle, holds the potential to transform everything. The Stoics understood the immense power of our thoughts. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers, wrote in his journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." It's a simple truth, but one that is easy to overlook. We often focus so much on external circumstances, on what others think of us, or on what life throws our way. But in reality, the only thing that truly belongs to you, that is truly within your control, is your inner world. How many times have you let negative thoughts dictate your emotions? How many times have you allowed fear, doubt, or insecurity to hold you back from pursuing something you really want? It happens to all of us. But here's the thing. Those thoughts are just thoughts. They don't define you. You don't have to listen to them. You don't have to believe them. In fact, you can replace them with something stronger, something more empowering. The way you speak to yourself every day can become the foundation of your confidence and resilience. Imagine waking up every morning, not with a sense of dread or uncertainty, but with a quiet certainty that you are enough, that you are capable, that you are worthy of the life you desire. This is where Stoic philosophy offers us a gift. The Stoics taught that we should not attach ourselves to external outcomes or opinions. Instead, they emphasize the importance of mastering our internal world. This starts with the words we tell ourselves. In the quiet moments, when the world feels overwhelming, or when doubt creeps in, you have the choice to return to your true source of power, your mind. Think about this. You have a unique, untapped well of strength within you. It's there, even when you can't see it. Every time you push past fear, every time you take one step forward despite uncertainty, you tap into that power. But it all starts with your thoughts. The dialogue in your head must shift from one of limitation to one of possibility. Your inner dialogue has the potential to either hold you back or push you forward. It can either be a source of inner peace or a battleground of self-doubt. It's up to you to decide which one it will be. Now consider this. What would happen if you made a conscious effort every single day to speak to yourself like someone who deserves kindness, understanding, and encouragement? What if you began to honor yourself with words that affirm your strength and resilience? What if instead of criticizing yourself for not being perfect, you accepted yourself as you are and committed to improving each day? This isn't about being unrealistic or naive. It's not about ignoring your flaws or pretending everything is perfect. It's about shifting from a mindset of self-criticism to one of self-compassion. It's about acknowledging that, like everyone else, you are a work in progress. And in that progress, you are worthy of grace, encouragement, and above all, the belief that you are capable of overcoming whatever comes your way. Your inner dialogue matters more than you might think. It's the foundation upon which your life is built. And by choosing to speak to yourself with more love, more patience, and more belief, you can change the course of your life. The power to create a new reality starts with the words you tell yourself. And today, right now, is the perfect time to start. So ask yourself, what is your inner dialogue saying right now? And more importantly, what could it say tomorrow? What would it look like if you chose to be your own greatest cheerleader instead of your harshest critic? The journey to transformation begins with the quietest of changes, shifting the way you talk to yourself. You hold the pen to your story. The words you speak will shape the life you create. Will you choose words that lift you up or words that hold you back? The choice, ultimately, is yours. Affirmation 1. I control my reactions, not the world. There are moments in life when it feels like everything is out of your control. The world around you seems chaotic. People's actions and words can hurt you, and circumstances often seem unfair. It's easy to feel like you're just a passive observer, waiting for things to change. But here's the truth. You can't control what happens in the world, but you have full control over how you respond. It's easy to believe that life's challenges, frustrations, and disappointments define you. But they don't. The only thing that can truly define you, the only thing that belongs solely to you, is your response to them. And this, my friend, is where your power lies. When you tell yourself, "I control my reactions, not the world," you're acknowledging something profound, that you are the master of your inner world. The Stoics believed that while we can't control what happens outside of us, we can always choose how to respond. And in that choice lies our freedom. Think about a moment in your life when you felt overwhelmed, frustrated, or even angry. Now, imagine how different things could have been if you had chosen a different response. Maybe you would have taken a deep breath, paused for a moment, and allowed yourself to reflect before reacting. Maybe you would have approached the situation with understanding rather than with immediate judgment. The truth is, your reactions are the only thing you truly have control over. And it's a power that can change the way you experience every single day. This affirmation isn't about suppressing your emotions or pretending that everything is okay when it's not. It's about recognizing that while you can't always control the world, you can control how you respond to it. It's about taking ownership of your own emotional state. And the more you practice this, the more you begin to see that your inner peace doesn't depend on external circumstances. When you react impulsively, when you let anger or frustration take hold, you are giving away your power. But when you pause, when you take a moment to reflect, you reclaim your strength. It's in those quiet moments of choice that you begin to reshape your experience of life. And here's the beautiful part. This power is always within you. No matter where you are, no matter what life throws your way, you always have the ability to control your response. You might find yourself facing a difficult conversation, an unexpected challenge, or a situation that triggers emotions you'd rather not feel. It's in these moments when everything inside of you wants to react that you have the chance to choose. You have the power to respond with patience, with kindness, with clarity. It's not about controlling other people or controlling the world around you. It's about controlling the only thing you truly can, your reaction. What would happen if, in those intense moments, you reminded yourself of this affirmation? I control my reactions, not the world. Would you feel more empowered? Would you feel more centered, more grounded? The truth is, you can. And as you practice this, over and over, it becomes second nature. You begin to experience the world differently. You begin to experience peace, even in the midst of chaos. This shift in mindset is not about avoiding life's challenges or pretending that you don't care. It's about recognizing that your power lies in how you navigate those challenges. When you let go of the need to control everything around you, you free yourself to respond with grace and wisdom. You free yourself from the grip of frustration, anger, and anxiety. You find strength in the space between the stimulus and your response. Imagine waking up every day with this affirmation in mind. I control my reactions, not the world. How would your day change? Would you feel more in control of your emotions? Would you be able to face challenges with greater calm and clarity? The truth is, you have that power right now. It's yours to claim. By repeating this affirmation, by internalizing it, you start to create a new reality for yourself. A reality where your peace of mind is no longer dependent on the external world. A reality where you and only you are in charge of how you respond. You hold the keys to your emotional freedom. You don't have to be a victim of your circumstances. You can choose to rise above them, And as you do, you will find that you become more resilient, more confident, and more at peace with yourself and the world around you. Remember, the world will always present challenges. People will always act in ways that are beyond your control. But your response to these things, your reaction, is yours. And that, my friend, is where your true power lies. Affirmation 2. I will face challenges with courage. There will always be moments in life when things seem overwhelming. You will face obstacles that test your strength, your resolve, and your belief in yourself. These challenges might come in the form of a difficult decision, an unexpected setback, or even a personal fear that you've carried for far too long. But here's the truth. You have the courage within you to face whatever comes your way. When you say to yourself, I will face challenges with courage, you are not merely offering a hopeful wish or an empty promise. You are reminding yourself of the inner strength that already resides in you. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to act in the face of fear. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment when everything feels safe and certain. It's about moving forward, even when things feel uncertain, because you trust in your ability to navigate whatever comes next. Imagine standing at the edge of a new chapter in your life. It could be a new job, a difficult conversation, or a personal goal that feels just out of reach. In that moment, you may feel the weight of fear pressing down on you, making you question your ability to succeed. But in that moment, you also have a choice. You can choose to give in to the fear, to allow it to paralyze you, or you can choose to face it with courage. This affirmation is a call to action. It's a reminder that you are capable of more than you realize. You have faced challenges before, and you have come through stronger. And you will face the next challenge with the same strength and determination. Courage isn't something you either have or you don't. It's something you cultivate, one step at a time. Every time you face a fear, every time you step into the unknown, you build your courage. It's a muscle that grows stronger with practice. The more you face challenges head-on, the more confident you become in your ability to overcome them. Think about the moments in your life when you've had to be brave. Maybe you had to stand up for yourself when no one else would. Maybe you had to make a hard decision that others didn't understand. Or perhaps you faced a personal fear, like the fear of failure, and took that first step anyway. In those moments, you showed yourself that you are capable of more than you think. You have proven that courage is not about being fearless. It's about moving forward despite fear. When you say, I will face challenges with courage, you are stepping into a mindset that empowers you. You are telling yourself that you are not defined by the obstacles in your path. Instead, you are defined by how you respond to them. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Every obstacle is a chance to show yourself just how strong you really are. And remember, courage doesn't always have to look big and bold. Sometimes courage is simply getting out of bed when the world feels heavy. It's having the strength to ask for help when you need it. It's choosing to keep going, even when the road ahead feels long. Every small act of bravery counts. In those moments of doubt, when fear threatens to hold you back, return to this affirmation. I will face challenges with courage. Remind yourself that you are not alone in this. The strength you need is already inside of you. It's in your resilience, your determination, and your unwavering belief that you can face anything life throws at you. As you move through life, know that challenges will continue to arise. But so will your courage, and with every challenge you face, you will grow stronger, more resilient, and more confident in your ability to overcome anything that comes your way. So, the next time you feel the weight of fear, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and remember, you are capable. You will face this challenge with courage because you are stronger than you think. And you've got this. Affirmation 3. I am not defined by my failures. You've probably had moments in life where you stumbled, failed, or didn't reach the goal you set for yourself. Those moments can feel crushing, like they define who you are. Maybe you've even wondered if those failures will follow you forever, shaping your future decisions or limiting what you can achieve. But here's something important to understand. You are not your failures. You are so much more than that. When you say to yourself, I am not defined by my failures, you are giving yourself the freedom to move beyond the mistakes you've made. You are reminding yourself that failure is not a permanent label. It's a moment, an experience, something that happened. But it doesn't have to determine who you are or where you're going. Think for a moment about how often we tie our identity to the things we've done or haven't done. If you missed a deadline, made a mistake at work, or didn't follow through on something you said you would, it can feel like it's all that matters. You might start to believe that your worth is wrapped up in those moments of imperfection. But what if that's not true? What if your value is something deeper, something that can't be shaken by temporary setbacks? Remember this. Every successful person you admire, every leader or role model you look up to, has faced failure. They have experienced the same fear, disappointment, and frustration that you felt. What sets them apart isn't that they've never failed, it's that they didn't let their failures define them. They used those moments as lessons. They learned, they grew, and they moved forward. You too have that same power. You have the strength within you to turn your failures into stepping stones, not stumbling blocks. When you look back at your mistakes, don't see them as reflections of your worth, but as opportunities for growth. You have learned something valuable from each one. You have gained experience that has shaped you into a wiser, more resilient version of yourself. But it's important to shift how you see failure. You see, failure is not the end. It's not a signal that you're incapable. It's not a reason to give up. Failure is simply feedback. It's a sign that you've tried something new, that you've taken a risk, and that you're learning. Each time you fail, you get closer to success. And if you never fail, it probably means you're playing it too safe. Every time you say, I am not defined by my failures, you are choosing to release the hold that these moments have over you. You are choosing to embrace a mindset that says, I am not what I've done. I am what I am capable of becoming. Your potential is not limited by the past, no matter how many times you've fallen short. Your potential is infinite, and it's waiting for you to step into it. There's a power in this affirmation, a power that comes from owning your mistakes without letting them define your worth. When you embrace this mindset, you free yourself from the chains of self-doubt and shame. You start to see failure for what it truly is, a part of your journey, not the end of it. Ask yourself this: how many times have you let a past failure stop you from trying again? How often have you let a mistake dictate your next move? The truth is, you're far more resilient than you give yourself credit for. Every time you pick yourself back up, you show just how strong you really are. You prove to yourself that failure doesn't have to break you. It's simply a part of the process, a stepping stone on your path to success. When you repeat this affirmation, "I am not defined by my failures," you are declaring your own power. You are choosing to see yourself not as the sum of your mistakes, but as someone who is capable of growth, improvement, and transformation. You are telling yourself that your worth is not measured by your past, but by your ability to learn, adapt, and keep moving forward. So, the next time you feel the weight of past mistakes creeping in, take a deep breath and remind yourself, you are not defined by your failures. You are defined by the strength you show in overcoming them. You are defined by your determination, your resilience, and your unwavering belief that you can become the best version of yourself. And with every step forward, you are proving that nothing, absolutely nothing, can hold you back. Affirmation 4. I am grateful for what I have. When was the last time you truly stopped and reflected on what you have? Not what you want or what's missing, but what you already possess. In the rush of everyday life, it's easy to overlook the blessings that surround you. But right now, I want you to pause and realize something. There is so much in your life to be grateful for, more than you may even realize. And when you affirm, "I am grateful for what I have," you're shifting your focus from lack to abundance. You might not have everything you desire. There are probably things you're still working towards, goals that remain out of reach. But in this moment, take a deep breath. Look around you. What is in your life right now that you can appreciate? It might be something as simple as a warm cup of coffee in your hand, or the comfort of a roof over your head. It could be the love of friends, family, or even the quiet peace you sometimes find in solitude. Whatever it is, there is beauty in these things. There is value in what you have right now. Gratitude is a powerful tool. It's easy to focus on what you don't have, especially when you're striving for more or comparing yourself to others. It's natural to want progress, to dream bigger, and to pursue the things that make you feel fulfilled. But if you only focus on the gap between where you are and where you want to be, you'll miss the magic of the present moment. You'll overlook the richness of what you already hold in your hands. The truth is, you are surrounded by gifts every day, sometimes hidden in plain sight. The beauty of nature, the kindness of a stranger, the laughter of a loved one. These are all moments of abundance that are easy to take for granted, but they are essential to the life you're living right now. When you affirm, "I am grateful for what I have," you're not denying your desires or the things you want to achieve. You're simply acknowledging that where you are, right here, right now, is enough. You are enough. Gratitude shifts your mindset in a way that no amount of external achievement ever will. Think about how often we get caught up in what's next. The next promotion, the next purchase, the next relationship. We think that once we have those things, we'll be happy, fulfilled, at peace. But what if happiness wasn't something you have to wait for? What if it's something you could experience right now, simply by recognizing the blessings that are already in your life? When you stop to appreciate the things you already have, you begin to see them in a new light. The ordinary becomes extraordinary. The mundane becomes meaningful. A quiet evening at home with a book becomes a moment of tranquility. A conversation with a friend becomes an exchange of warmth and connection. In those moments, you realize that you have far more than you give yourself credit for. In practicing gratitude, you also realize the power of perspective. Life doesn't always go as planned. There are moments of hardship, struggle, and uncertainty. But in the midst of those challenges, gratitude helps you stay grounded. It reminds you that even in the toughest times, there are things to hold on to, things to appreciate. Maybe it's the resilience you've developed, or the lessons you've learned along the way. Maybe it's the fact that you're still standing, still moving forward, despite the obstacles in your path. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring difficulties. It doesn't mean pretending that everything is perfect. But it does mean acknowledging that, even in the midst of struggle, you have things to be thankful for, and that recognition gives you strength. It gives you hope. It reminds you that even on the hardest days, there is something in your life worth celebrating. So the next time you find yourself feeling frustrated or overwhelmed by what's missing, take a moment to affirm, "I am grateful for what I have." Remind yourself that you are enough, just as you are. Everything you need to live a fulfilling life is already within you and around you if you choose to see it. Gratitude is not just a feeling. It's a practice. It's a way of living that turns every moment into something sacred. When you make gratitude a habit, you open the door to more joy, more peace, and more abundance. You invite the fullness of life into every experience, every interaction, and every challenge. And as you do, you'll find that the things you once longed for become less about the end goal and more about the journey of appreciating what you already have. Affirmation 5. I will act with integrity, no matter the situation. There's a power in the way you choose to move through the world. Every decision, every action, every word you speak has the potential to define who you are. The phrase, "I will act with integrity, no matter the situation," is more than just a promise. It's a commitment to stand by your values, regardless of the circumstances. But this isn't always easy, is it? The world around you can sometimes push you to compromise, to take shortcuts, or to sway from your true self. Yet, in these moments, integrity is your compass. When you choose to act with integrity, you're choosing to be aligned with the best version of yourself. Integrity doesn't mean being perfect. It doesn't mean you won't make mistakes or face moments of doubt. It simply means staying true to your values, especially when it's hardest to do so. This is where your true strength lies, in your ability to hold firm to what you believe, even when the world around you may try to steer you in a different direction. Think for a moment about your core values. What do you stand for? What does integrity mean to you? Perhaps it's honesty, fairness, kindness, or responsibility. These are the qualities that make you who you are, and they are the foundation upon which your decisions should rest. When you act with integrity, you're not only honoring these values for yourself, but you're also setting an example for others. Your actions ripple out into the world, showing others what it means to live with authenticity and principle. Integrity is not something that is always rewarded in the short term. Sometimes doing what's right requires sacrifice. You may have to walk away from an opportunity that doesn't align with your values. You may have to speak up in difficult situations, knowing that it might not be the popular choice. But in these moments, the quiet strength you feel when you stay true to yourself is far more valuable than any external approval. When you act with integrity, you hold your head high, knowing that you've remained loyal to who you are and to the people who matter most. Integrity is also about the courage to be vulnerable. It's easy to hide behind a mask, to pretend that you're something you're not. But living with integrity means being honest with yourself and with others. It's about showing up as your authentic self, even when it's uncomfortable. It's easy to be tempted by the desire to please others, to fit in, or to take the path of least resistance. But these choices often come at the cost of your peace of mind and sense of self-worth. When you act with integrity, you give yourself permission to be real, to be imperfect, and to stand in your truth. In every moment, you are faced with choices. Some are small and some are life-changing. But no matter how big or small, each decision is an opportunity to reinforce who you are at your core. And with every decision you make, you either strengthen or weaken your integrity. When you choose to act with integrity, you're choosing to create a life built on respect. Respect for yourself, for others, and for your values. Think about those times when you've made the easy choice over the right choice. You might have felt relief in the moment, but deep down, did it feel right? Did it bring you peace, or did it leave you with a quiet dissatisfaction? The truth is, when you choose integrity, you feel a sense of inner peace that no external circumstance can offer. The approval of others might come and go, but the respect you have for yourself is constant. It is something you carry with you always, no matter the situation. And yes, there will be challenges along the way. There will be moments when choosing integrity feels like a burden, when the consequences of standing firm in your beliefs seem too high. But in those moments, remember that integrity isn't about immediate rewards. It's about long-term alignment with your deepest values. It's about living a life that you can look back on without regret. It's about waking up each day knowing that you're living true to yourself, regardless of the outside noise. When you act with integrity, you honor your soul. You allow your actions to speak louder than words, and you create a life that is meaningful and full of purpose. This is how you leave a legacy, by staying true to who you are and by making choices that reflect your highest self. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. So today and every day, make the commitment to act with integrity, no matter the situation. Stand firm in your values. Let your actions reflect the person you truly are inside. And remember, the most powerful thing you can do is be unapologetically yourself. Because when you do, the world begins to see the strength, authenticity, and beauty in the integrity you carry. How to integrate these affirmations into your daily life. You've spent time reflecting on these affirmations. You've felt their power and their potential to transform your life. But now comes the most important part, making them a real part of your daily existence. It's one thing to say these words and another thing entirely to live by them. But let me assure you, this shift, this transformation, is within your reach. All it takes is commitment, patience, and a willingness to align your actions with the beliefs you're affirming. So let's talk about how you can make these affirmations a part of who you are every single day. Start small, start now. The first step is simple. Begin where you are. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't tell yourself that you'll start tomorrow. The truth is, the power to change is in the present moment. You don't need to overhaul your entire life in one go. Start by integrating one affirmation into your day. Pick the one that resonates with you the most, the one that feels like it speaks to your current challenge or your deepest need. Maybe it's, "I control my reactions, not the world," because you know that the way you respond to life's challenges is what truly defines your experience. Or perhaps it's, "I will face challenges with courage," because you've been hiding from difficult situations and now it's time to stand tall. Whichever one you choose, begin by repeating it to yourself in the morning, before you even get out of bed. Let it sink into your mind, like the first light of dawn. Then, carry it with you throughout your day, reminding yourself of it during moments of doubt or frustration. The more you do this, the more you'll start to notice the subtle shifts within yourself. You'll find that in moments when you would have normally reacted impulsively, you pause. When you would have been overwhelmed by fear, you face it with newfound courage. The change will be gradual at first, but it will build. The affirmations will become second nature, guiding your thoughts and actions without you even realizing it. Create intentional space for reflection. Each day is full of noise. External distractions pull you in a million different directions. But for these affirmations to truly become a part of who you are, you need to carve out time for yourself. This is where intentional reflection comes in. At the end of each day, take a moment to sit quietly and reflect on the affirmations you've worked with. Think about the moments where you embodied the truth of these words and celebrate them. Even if you stumbled or didn't quite live up to your intention, don't be hard on yourself. Reflection isn't about judgment, it's about awareness. Ask yourself, how did I react today? Did I stay true to the affirmation I've been working on? If not, why? What could I have done differently? This reflection isn't to make you feel bad. It's to help you see where you can grow. You're not perfect, and that's okay. But by taking the time to reflect, you're reinforcing your commitment to change. You're bringing awareness to your actions, and that's the first step toward transformation. Use reminders. Throughout your day, life moves quickly. It's easy to forget the powerful affirmations you've committed to when you're caught up in the flow of your day. So, create reminders for yourself. Write your affirmations on sticky notes and place them where you'll see them often. Maybe it's on your bathroom mirror, your desk, or even in your car. Each time you see the affirmation, take a deep breath and say it out loud or in your mind. Let it sink in again. Let it ground you. You could also set a reminder on your phone, just a simple notification that pings you at different times throughout the day. A gentle nudge that reminds you to take a moment to pause and reconnect with your affirmations. These small reminders act like anchors, keeping you grounded in your intention, even when life feels chaotic. Incorporate these affirmations into your actions. Words have power, but actions are where the true transformation happens. It's easy to say you control your reactions, but do you? It's easy to claim you'll act with integrity, but are you living that truth in the choices you make? The affirmations are not just words to repeat. They are guides for how you live, breathe, and move through the world. As you face challenges, act with the affirmation in mind. When a situation arises that tests your ability to remain calm or to act with courage, let your affirmation be the anchor that holds you steady. This isn't about perfection, it's about growth. Every time you consciously align your actions with your affirmations, you are strengthening the muscle of integrity, courage, or gratitude. Over time, you'll find that your actions naturally start to reflect the words you've been affirming. You'll feel more aligned, more connected to your inner strength. Be patient with yourself. Remember, change takes time. The journey of integrating these affirmations into your life isn't about rushing to perfection. It's about the commitment to try every day. There will be moments of frustration, times when it feels like you're not moving forward. But even in those moments, don't give up. It's in the small steps, the repeated attempts, that true growth happens. Embrace the process. Trust that with every affirmation you incorporate, with every mindful action you take, you are stepping closer to the person you are meant to be. There is no finish line, only continuous growth. And as you continue, you will feel more connected to your true self. You will see the changes manifest not just in your thoughts, but in your life. You will begin to feel like you are becoming the person you've always wanted to be. So, take a deep breath. Start now. Choose one affirmation today and take the first step in making it a real part of your life. You've got this. Conclusion. As you close your eyes and take a deep breath, remember that the journey of transformation starts with a single step. These affirmations are not just words, they are keys that unlock the potential within you. You have the power to shape your thoughts, reactions, and actions. By committing to these affirmations, you're not just telling yourself what you believe, you're living it, embodying it, and turning it into reality. The road ahead may not always be smooth. There will be challenges, moments of doubt, and times when you falter. But each step, no matter how small, is a victory. Every time you remind yourself that you control your reactions, that you can face challenges with courage, that you are not defined by your failures, that you are grateful for what you have, and that you will act with integrity, you are becoming the best version of yourself. You are worthy of this transformation. You have everything you need within you to make it happen. So take these affirmations with you today and let them be your guide. Trust in your own strength. Believe in your capacity to change. You are on a path to something greater, and with every passing day, you're getting closer to the person you are meant to become. This is your journey, and every day is a new opportunity to step into the life you've always dreamed of. You've got everything you need to succeed. Keep moving forward, one affirmation at a time.